Welcome back to Across Louisiana. You know, the emergence of film festivals on the local cultural scene is a very important development for Baton Rouge, and key amongst those is the Baton Rouge Irish Film Festival. And here to tell us all about the exciting offerings they have coming up this year is Aaron Bayham. Welcome back to the show, Aaron.
Thanks for having me. Excited to be
Obviously, love to have you on here. Love
Sure.
to hear about this event. It's growing. It's doing great. So tell us, for the folks who might not be familiar with the festival, what it is.
Sure. Well, it's the Baton Rouge Irish Film Festival. It's sponsored by the Baton Rouge Irish Club. It's kind of their baby. And so we started really as a festival for people who like Irish film. And so obviously a lot of people in the Irish Club enjoyed watching Irish films and thought that maybe some of the other people in the community would like to share in that with them. So it really just started as a festival for people who wanted to showcase some really fun, interesting Irish films that maybe you wouldn't get to see in a theater or in a big, retail type theater setting. And so we've grown every year from there, and the films continue to keep getting better. We keep getting more films, and really just the amount and the quality of films grows every year.
Absolutely. I mean, it sounds, at first glance, it sounds like something that would be kind of a niche interest and all of that, but really these films have cross-cultural appeal, right?
Oh, certainly. And, we're not pigeonholed to just, strictly Irish themes. Of course, we want to showcase Irish filmmakers and Irish filmmaking. A lot of times that involves all things Irish, but sometimes it's just a different voice or a different type of narration that you may not see in a lot of our American films that these Irish filmmakers can really showcase and highlight and be a little bit something different for the theater-going community.
Obviously a big success last year. I know you have some exciting new developments trying to keep it fresh, keep it moving this year. So what can we expect this year at the Irish Film Festival?
Well, it's a 4-day festival again. So we've got our first event on Friday night, which is called We Irish Film Night. It's a night that we devote entirely to short films. There's 8 short films that we'll be showcasing on Friday night. And the audience actually gets to vote on their favorite film at that event, and that filmmaker will then get the O'Callaghan Award, which we mail to them off in Ireland if they're not able to make it to the U.S. And so Friday night's just a real fun way to kick off the event and see a lot of different snippets of Irish filmmaking through short films. And so that's Friday night. On Saturday, that's our main festival day, which is at the Manship Theater as well as Friday night. So Friday and Saturday are at the Manship. On Saturday, we have 4 feature films plus a documentary. And so the 4 feature films, of course, range in all the different genres that you can think of. So we've got a little bit something for everybody with comedy and drama, and there's 4 feature films plus a documentary that anybody can go in and see.
Oh, fantastic.
So if you buy a ticket to any of those 4 films, you can watch the documentary.
And Saturday is really the day where your headliners play, right?
That's right. Yeah, those are the highlighted films that we show at the festival.
What are some of those?
The first one on Saturday is called Life's a Breeze, which is about a family who gets together to clean out their aging mother's home, who she happens to be a hoarder. And so when they do that, they unwittingly give away basically her life savings through tossing a mattress in the garbage. And so it follows the family trying to track down the mattress and find the missing, fortune of the family.
Sounds like a really exciting offering. I know the other ones will be great too. For folks to find out more or just to learn more about the festival, where do they need to go for more information?
Our website is bririshfilmfestival.com, so they can go there, and that also links you to the Manship ticketing website as well.
Aaron, thanks so much for coming on and giving us a scoop with it. Best of luck with this year's festival.
Thank you.
Well, they're the first name in physical therapy here in the greater Baton Rouge area. It's Peak Performance Physical Therapy. Take a look.
At Peak Performance Physical Therapy, we're now starting our 15th year here in the Baton Rouge area. Of course, we're in Baton Rouge, Denham Springs, Brewley, and in Dutchtown, Geismar area as well. Started off as a single clinic back in 1999. We were over on Industrialplex Boulevard where our main office still is located. And then we've grown slowly to kind of meet the needs of our patients and the physicians in the area. We treat a lot of athletes. We treat athletes from high schools to college to professional, but a lot of the athletes we treat are everyday weekend warriors, what we call. And recreation and sports as a recreational activity has exploded in the past few years, and in the time that we've been treating patients A lot more people are now becoming more active and participating more in sports. So at Peak Performance, we're able to treat not only athletes that are in structured competition, but we treat a lot of people who just get out on the weekends and do a lot of things that just to have fun and to try to stay in shape. Physical therapists are known for putting their hands on people. It starts with our evaluation. It moves into our treatment strategies. We do joint mobilizations, we do stretching, which is kind of the therapeutic part of massage. We do A-stem, which is a soft tissue mobilization tools. We also do things like dry needling, which all of this involves hands-on contact between the therapist and the patient. One of the next aspects of our philosophy is the exercise and education portion of the treatment. And you know, a lot of places will give you an exercise sheet, or you can look online and you can get exercises to do. But if you really don't have a good understanding of exactly what you're trying to do and maybe why you're doing it, then it's kind of hard to follow up on those exercises and to really get the best results. Our therapists work very, very closely with specifically instructing on certain exercises, and education is a part of that. We want the patients to understand why we're doing certain exercises. We want them to understand what we're trying to get out of it and what the ultimate goal is and how we progress them. It helps a lot with our home programs. You know, a lot of therapy is compliance with home exercise. And you know, we found that if people really understand what they're doing and they're a little more actively involved in their treatment process, then the results end up being much better. One of the programs we use at Peak for our post-rehab exercise is called our exercise program, which really just refers to kind of like a prescription exercise program. And what we basically are able to do is transition patients out of a rehab setting and into an independent exercise setting with some supervision and with the knowledge of how they can progress their program and prevent their injuries from happening again, along with preventing, you know, other problems that are associated with some of the higher end programs. All of the exercise programs out there have benefits, but some of the CrossFit style programs, for a lot of people, they're a little bit high level and they can cause some injuries. So what we try to do is give people the right foundation so that they can continue their exercise program at whatever level they choose to. If you go to a physician and physical therapy is part of your treatment plan, it's kind of like a prescription that you would fill at a pharmacy. You basically have a choice as to what pharmacy you want to go to fill your prescription. Physical therapy is the same way, and a lot of people, if they know somebody, if they've been to a therapy practice before and they're comfortable with it, they are able to ask the physician to, you know, to send them to that particular practice. At Peak, we want people to know who we are and we want them to know where we are, and a lot of our business is actually repeat patients who have seen us at some time in the past and they elect to ask the physician to come back to Peak Performance again. One of the concerns that a lot of our patients have is, how do I get to therapy? I have to come 2 or 3 days a week. Really hard to fit into a busy schedule. So what we've developed over the years at Peak is basically our extended hours, where most clinics open by 7 o'clock. We're usually treating until 6 o'clock or after a lot of times. Our locations, or we try to spread the locations out to make it as convenient as possible, whether you're coming from home or whether you're coming from work. We try to work in any way that we can around a person's schedule so that they're able to, you know, be as compliant with the treatment program as possible. For more information on Peak Performance Physical Therapy, you can call any one of the clinic locations. They'll be glad to give you any information that you need. You can also check us out on the web at peakphysicaltherapy.com or check out our Facebook page.
When we come back on Across Louisiana, find out about Aunt Berta's Kids Educational Foundation with Dr. Joseph Hayden. Don't miss it.